Hey guys, I've decided to make a video about my build for DC heal for Tom. Maybe in the future I'll do my build for Zariel, but I didn't finish the Zariel yet, so I'm not sure. But I have that build and I believe it's really good build for Zariel. Okay, so let's start. This is my equipment. I'm using Lion Guard hands and head, new armor from T2 Hunts. I don't have the best in slot head or armor or the feet yet. I'm not sure if I will hunt for those. I hate hunts. I really don't like that mechanic. Maybe I'll buy it or just wait for the next best in slot echo. I didn't finish the Zariel yet, so I'm using Lionheart set. Blessing of Light effect increased by 5% as a modification. 4 power 14. Power, crit severity. I'm using Tiamat. Right now it's really easy to cap your stats with the changes about the mounts. So we really can use it and should use it. New ring, crit strike, crit avoidance. Really important stats for healer, especially in Tom. Scale ring. You can also use Hydra scale ring, much cheaper and basically the same. I just like the color of it. I was able to buy it, so I bought it. Yeah, Tiamat shirt with a lot of HP. I don't have the new shirt, but there is best in slot new shirt with the power. 5k power, I believe. Those are the protege trousers. I'm not using the Infernal Forged because of the equip bonus. You get your daily much quicker. I'm using 2 books from the set, Tiamat and active artifact. Usually it's Charm of the Serpent. As a healer you have to have debuff artifacts. At least Halaster, Charm of the Serpent, Lantern of Revelations. It's good to have Wyvern also, but tanks usually use Wyvern. Current build. Repeated Blessing is really good on Tom when you are dropping the Hallowed Ground. It's the only daily you will use on a Tom. It heals really good and gives 10% less damage on a fire phase or the super storms phase. It's really good. And when players come into the Hallowed Ground with your healing word, it refreshes thanks to this repeated blessing feed. Next, I'm using Battle Prayer. I use right now tab mechanics on the tank. It's really good when you have the Battle Prayer. Without it, too long of a cast time with this tab mechanic. It's much quicker to use just Bastion of Health as a single target. But you can miss it. And the tab mechanic, yeah, you can't miss it. But it costs a long time. And the tank can be dead right now. So, in my opinion, it's better to use Bastion of Health. You should aim the tank all the time. You need to see the tank all the time. You need to drop the Astral Shield under the tank. So you should be able to drop the Bastion of Health, but remember, it's really big AoE. So let's pretend that these boxes are the group of players. That's the boss. And that's the tank. If you drop the Bastion of Health here, the Bastion of Health will spread through the whole group, and the tank will take just 1/5 of magnitude of the heal. You have to stand on the side and heal the tank like that, with just a part of the Bastion of Health, so you can miss it sometimes. That's why I'm using the tab mechanic. And you can really cast it quick with the Battle Prayer. Okay, next, Bless Armaments. Just because Towering Light is useless. I don't need damage. Anointed Arms. That's really weak feat. I was using it, but 3% more damage it's not worth it to waste your daily for 10 seconds of 3% more damage. Maybe on some easy content, but you can't see really 3% more damage on easy content. So good team is always burning everything in a second. So it's much better to use Persistent Garden. It can heal really good and it will follow the team, not lay on the ground like the hollowed ground. I didn't choose the last feat, and for me it's important because it's making hard for me to use my tap mechanic. Angel of Life, useless. 4 seconds to cast the Angel of Life. Everybody in a team will be dead. If you really need the Angel of Life and you have to use it, you can't just stand there for 4 seconds and don't heal the rest of the players. So that's useless. Gathering Light, it's also useless. 3 seconds to cast the heal, whole team will be dead. Meh. So in my opinion, the whole healing should be reworked again. That's not a good rework in my opinion. That just basically nerf and bad idea. Maybe idea was good, healing was boring, but right now it's much more boring for me. I'm just dropping the healing word with that exaltation on the dungeons, and I'm running behind my team and just refreshing the healing word. Basically that's the healing right now. Boring as hell. Okay, next. Oh yeah, I'm using class features Hollowed Armor, Hollowed Guide. You can also use Overflowing Spirit, but on a Tom you won't really have a lot of full divinity. You can use that's useless. You can use Desperate Prayers. It can be good on Tom, really can be good. Or the Expanded Faith. I was using it, but right now I'm fine without the additional 150 divinity, so I'm using Hollowed Armor instead. Daily, your mine and only Hollowed Ground. For Tom, maybe on the last phase you could use Garden of Life, but in my opinion Hollowed Ground is much better. When you're dropping healing word, always use your Blessing of Light, and use your Blessing of Light to charge your AP or just hit the boss. When you can't hit the boss, use the Blessing of Light to charge your AP. So the boons, that's the wrong boon, don't take it. Tank can't really even see the amount of stamina you will heal. Just take the blessed advantage. All power, all HP, crit strike, movement speed, companion influence, and the rest as you wish, as you need. Stronghold. I think right now better option is to just take the power, not the critical severity, because of the changes in healing. I get my HP, movement speed, and companions. Use Polar Bear Cap as your active companion because of the enhancement, critical strike, power. That's my gear. You can cap your stats differently, but for me this is the best way I was able to do it. Not to overcap the crit avoidance and defense too much and have a lot of critical strike. Yeah. 5 outgoing healing companions on legendary, potent precision, mounts, dominant force, the best. You have to have piercing screeching, the armored griffin power, and at least one Rex as a healer. Yeah, next the new system, so the colors, outgoing healing, crit severity, and this is for my DPS build. Everywhere I have insignias with power, dominance or brutality, gladiator's guile twice, oppressor's reprieve, and the rest is really random. To just use the the brutality and dominance. And let's just quickly talk about the stats. You have to be capped with critical avoidance, because for Tom, always healers will get the hypo, and if you get the critical strike on hypo, everybody inside will get the critical strike. You all will be dead. You have to be capped on a critical strike. 95 is the cap for critical avoidance for DC heals, because we get 5k critical avoidance, I believe. Now we get 10,000 more crit avoidance when we have full stamina. So base, I believe, is 85,000 for crit avoidance, so we have to get 95,000 to be capped. Even if we don't have any stamina, we can't be critically hit by the hypo, or we will kill our team. So that's why this is so important. And defense, you just have to be capped on defense to be able to survive the storm and the rest of mechanics. As much power as you can. The rest in critical strike. We don't need the rest of statistics. Only for Tom we need crit avoidance. You don't need crit avoidance as a regular healer on a different content. And for the ending, I just wanted to give you 2 tips. You can rearrange your HUD. I moved my mount here, mount power. I like to see my team's health bars, so I moved it here. It's really helpful for me. Second thing, in option, you can set your HUD to see your friend's HP, other players, recently damaged or always, and party members, recently damaged or always. I prefer to use always, but when I play as a DPS it's really annoying, so I'm disabling it sometimes. Yeah, that can be helpful. Okay guys, that was my tutorial. I hope I could help you. I was able to help you. And remember, this is how I'm healing. You don't have to heal like me. You don't have to use the same mechanics. You can use different equipment. You can use different powers. This is just how I do it. And there are a lot of healers doing it great. And they are not playing just like me. Maybe similar, but not exactly like me. Remember to have fun and keep your team safe. See ya.